Hello, everybody, and welcome to Shiroi Plays Detroit Become Human.
Yay!
Like,
Aren't you so excited?
My first game for this channel, it's a fucking David Cage game.
Shiroi, it's like a rite of passage.
Yes, it's
when
at this. Remember,
first years do in college schools. You know, like getting spanked by 50 years. Yeah, it's a rite of passage for everyone. Now it's your turn.
yes, Theo did it. Jova is doing it. Dwebs did it. Now it's your turn. All right, I've already given you control, so you should be fine now.
Sure, I suffer enough. I don't deserve this.
No one.
Oh, come on,
Actually,
Shiroi.
I probably do deserve
this
this.
game is kind of glorious in how preachy it is, but we'll see. Anyway, Detroit Become Human. All right, Shiroi. First thing you'll have to do is you have your very own Chloe android.
Okay.
Welcome to the Detroit experience.
Don't worry about how tiny the subtitles are. She'll give you a chance to change them.
Let's make some adjustments to optimize.
I can't read them anyway.
These language settings were detected on your console. Are they?
Yes, they are. But before you move on, go to subtitle size and put them on large. Might as well. The last one, the last option. Oh, and turn them on. Might as well. Okay, that's it. On large. All right, press X to continue. Yes, confirm.
Please adjust your screen settings.
That looks fine to me. I don't know about you. Does the brightness look fine to you?
Brightness is fun.
I always leave it at 0. It looks fine to me. I don't know if you want to try other brightnesses. By all means, try and.
Nah, I haven't needed to change that.
All right, then just press X to continue.
All
then.
right.
Thank you. Now select your.
All right, Shiroi. Basically, Shiroi will be doing a casual playthrough. So pick casual, Shiroi. Because it will be much easier for her on that regard.
When this sign is displayed, please do not turn off your console.
I lack reflexes.
You are now ready to begin Detroit. Remember, this is not just a story. This is our future.
Exactly, Shiroi. Don't forget. You have these androids' future in your hands.
No pressure.
You made a terrible mistake.
Alright, so the opening chapter is, like, is the demo.
Oh, the demo.
So,
Okay.
Yeah.
the demo is literally the first chapter of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes sense. This was actually a clever choice on their part. This is by far the best way to show off the game, because Connor's plot is by far the better plot.
Yeah, it's a great way to show off the highlight of the game.
Not just that, it also makes sense on a demo as a demo because in this first chapter you're basically running against time. You have a lot of things to do in a very limited time. Otherwise, the game after a while pushes you how to confront the ending. So you need to be prepared for that.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's the case, it takes a while then.
Why, you're not gonna save the fishy?
The what?
Well, remember, Shiroi, you can save the fish that fell from the aquarium. That's in the background. Do you want to save the fish, or you don't give a shit?
I didn't notice that on the demo when I.
Well, you can see it. Like circle around, circle.
Like that.
There you go, right there. Kneel. You can. You had an option there saying kneel down. All right, you get to choose to either save it or leave it.
Sure, why not?
These choices are so important.
Well, this choice technically does increase software instability. The problem is, just like the emotions in Fahrenheit, the software instability thing means nothing.
Yeah. Especially considering they can change in a dime depending on other choices that happen in later chapters.
Alright, Shiroi is actually already familiar with this because she played the demo, so we should be fine here.
Yeah.
Alright, let's talk to generic brainless police captain, yes.
Where is he?
Press X to talk.
Don't worry, Shiroi. A lot of times you cannot get lost even if you want because the game imposes you invisible walls.
Yep. Well, I've already demonstrated that in the streams we privately did, so.
Mm-hmm.
No pressure, though. Defense name, defense behavior, or emotional shock, or deactivation code. There you go. I'll read them from top to bottom, basically.
Sure.
Does it matter? I need information to determine the best approach.
The deviant's name, emotional shock, or the activation code.
Do you know its name? Listen.
This guy, oh boy.
David, why? Why
I'm an
can't...
asshole.
These characters are not cartoons. They should be people, not cartoons. Or at least, if you want to give them personality, make an actual cartoony game, because Sony needs them at this point. It needs a bit of refreshing on that department. I want to see a David Cage game in a cartoony style at this point. Even better, considering France produces a lot of good animations. So
I was just gonna say, it's like I want one based off of the French cartoons that look a hell of a lot more fun than the games that.
And this game has one as well. So
again, Wakfu, like Wakfu, based on that, David. Come on.
It's what I was gonna say. David, there's a problem when the cartoony characters from the latent anime are less cartoonish than yours. For me, it's not even a problem of like I can get my share of cartoony games in plenty of places, specifically Nintendo. Even, I mean, I don't have a problem with some.
I already discussed with this with you, Prayer. I'll save it for a moment where there's not much going on, especially considering this is not about specifically that.
Sure.
Fuck, man.
Alright, so let's check the little girl's room.
That's right. I managed to find the void in Heavy Rain. Jova managed to break from what I've seen Beyond Two Souls 2 times from what I've been told.
Have you seen our highlight yet? I'll have to show you after this.
And also the Diva mode.
Go ahead, Shiroi, what is it?
I pointed this out off commentary, but I'm sorry, no matter how loud those headphones would have been, a child should have still been able to hear gunshots.
Yeah. It's the question of decibels. So, Dwibs, I don't remember if he found, aside from that stupid journalist article, he did not find any particular game-breaking bugs in Fahrenheit. So let's see if Shira manages to find something particular in this.
Also, now you managed to put things down without my help?
Right now, I have the most latest patch, the 1.04 patch, so bug fixes have been made, so we might not see any.
Darn it.
Unfortunately, this game isn't too terrible, so we can't have fun.
Oh, don't worry, Shiroi. This game gets pretty schlocky as you move on, I assure you. It starts off slow, like all David Cage games do, but it gets... The more it goes on, the schlockier it gets.
Sure. One moment.
Is there something wrong?
No. Sometimes I will have to pause for a moment just to deal with something.
Sure.
This camera is awful.
Remember, you can press R1 to switch camera angles, like to put the camera behind you or something. Keep pressing. Oh, right now those are the only two angles. Okay, just keep going. Yeah, the camera will probably... Yeah.
I'll just go into the kitchen. Why not?
Sure.
Was there something? Yes.
Yes, the TV. Apparently in the future you have TVs in your refrigerators.
But why? It's like that joke that we made in the Bethesda free conference. You can have Skyrim playing on your TV in your refrigerator.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure some people are rich enough to already have this now.
Well, yeah, okay, but again, it begs the question, why? Why would I have to stare at my fridge for watching TV?
Oh, okay.
Like...
I guess the camera's not being cooperative.
No. Also, I'm having to remind myself this.
Oh, this is very Resident Evil. That camera was very Resident Evil-esque.
Family was about to have dinner. Alright, Shiro, you still have 2 dead bodies to inspect. So...
Well, they can wait patiently.
Oh, there you go. Here's one.
They can, but the Captain Asshole cannot.
Remember, you have to keep pressing. So. You have to keep pressing the analog stick until the prompt disappears.
Oh, I know that. I just.
All right. For those who are not familiar with casual mode, since I'm assuming most people put this in experience mode because, well, yeah. Casual mode actually tells you outright where the clues are, so basically just follow the lines and you'll find the clues.
They're easy to find anyway, even if you don't use it.
Hmm. They are literally investigating, for example, dead bodies. So the appearance alone of the corpses actually can tell you where to look at, like the injuries and stuff. I agree that in some cases, some spots are really.
Remember, Shiroi, aside from moving the
obscured.
camera, you also have to be in the yellow zone of the timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went through the yellow.
Just go to the yellow part a little bit to the, yeah, there you go. Stay there and move the camera. There you go.
Look around.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
That was much easier than what I was doing before.
All right, now go back. Yeah, and there's another one there. Hostage witnessed the shooting. All right, now back to the beginning and move the camera around. See if you can find something.
So I thought I had to do both at the same time, and that's what was. There we go.
No. You can just do everything. So because whenever, even when you're being timed, whenever you're doing these sequences, time is paused because technically he's doing all of this analysis over the fraction of a second because he's an android.
Just like a computer is basically processing all of these in microseconds.
And there's the
pick up
weapon
the gun,
there.
please?
Yes, the gun there. Yeah, reach down to reach.
Oh, let's see.
So there you go. Now you have the choice. Now you have the choice to shoot him. All right, you have one more dead body to inspect.
The father.
Yes, very good.
Also, again with this music,
There's also the blue blood there in the ground, but we can say that.
there are
Yeah.
3 composers for this game, and all of them get really extravagant. Oh
There you go.
shit!
Just get near the body, and yeah, the prompt will show up.
Also, I need to remind myself that these do not work on flight controls.
No, they don't. And honestly, fine. That's fine by me because I never understood the appeal of plane controls. I understand that that's how planes control, but when it comes to playing a video game, I'd rather just have down be down and up be up.
Well, because because flight controls were used most often, I've gotten used to it. So
yeah.
I can be taken by surprise by them, but I tend to adapt really quickly to the situation.
All right, this time it's only one for now, so it's right there at the end. There you go. And when you analyze that one, a new one shows up there back at the beginning. So where could that be? Let's move the camera. Oh, there it is.
there we go.
iPad.
Again, this is a lot easier than what I was doing before.
It's very scripted. It's very easy. Just keep going to every yellow part of the timeline and analyzing until you're done. That's basically what it is. It's basically just
But
busy work.
it's like that on experience mode too, though, isn't it?
It is basically, yeah. Like I said, the only real difference casual mode does, aside from telling you where the clues are, with those lines, is of course some button mashing actions are done automatically for the sake of making the character survive easier.
Also, they wanted to replace him, apparently.
All right, before you go out there, you still can analyze the blue blood on the floor
That's what I'm after.
and the shoe. Oh, it's right. You're about near, and there you go. Analyze.
Tasty.
Oh, I forgot about the shoe, actually.
There is a shoe, yes, but it's not that it's not that important. But it does increase your percentage.
Well, it's right there, so...
Yeah, it does increase the percent. I don't know how, because the shoe never comes into conversation when you're talking to him, so I don't quite understand.
Well, it's like they said that the child could be injured, but again, that doesn't
Move the
go
camera.
into the
Move to the
conversation.
right-hand
Hello?
stick.
And,
Hey, do
Hey,
it.
Dweebs, get on the stream.
I'm on the stream, don't worry.
Alright. Don't worry, Dweebs, we have seen on our own this sequence so many times already because of the demos in the streams.
yeah, there's not really much else to say apart
Go ahead.
from...
Ironically enough, this feels like that initial stage in Shadow the Hedgehog. It has been pushed so much that I'm a bit tired
Hostage
of seeing it
located.
once
All right.
again.
Just
Alright,
go there.
here we go.
You should press up to go outside. There you go.
Yep.
All right. You have all of the options you need to get the best ending. So see if you can try and negotiate with him
The life of that child is in your hands, Shiroi.
So see if you can literally
I don't
convince
like
him.
children.
You can see if you can convince him to let the girl go willingly?
I'd hope I can, because I just did it in
Name.
the demo before coming here. So,
Don't worry, I'll tell you what the
What's
choices
why
are.
I-
The choices
what's
are very
why I
obvious.
play this fan-
The choices are very obvious. Obviously, you have to appeal
Hey,
to his
Paige.
emotions. Hold on, Dwiz. I have to read
Um,
the choices for Shiroi.
Name.
we've already done that.
I'm the one doing that.
leave,
Remember, let Pedro do it, because he can see, you know...
the stream is more
Calm,
part
release
of the
hostage,
more-
reassure Daniel, or empathize. Empathize, sure. That works.
Kill him.
Right, can I move around the chair, please?
You have to move to the right before you do that, Shiroi, obviously. There you go.
Oh.
Lie, truth.
He asked me about the gun, didn't he?
Yep.
Yeah.
You could have chose to lie, though. Now you won't be able to use the gun. Basically told you to let the gun, drop the
And
gun.
I'm not trying to use the gun.
Alright.
Okay then.
Possible cause, Emma and you, realistic, defective. There you go.
You and Emma were very close. You think she betrayed you, but she's done nothing wrong. She lied to me.
You don't have to actually get close to him. Like, it's just
I know, it's just
an option.
something that, see, he moves that chair out the way, but the other chair...
Come on, Daniel. A possible cause, realistic, blaming, or defective. I would go with
what was
possible. I would go with possible cause if I were you.
I didn't... Yeah.
What you've done is too serious. The only question is whether or not
I'm
you take a...
trying to find...
It's not up to you.
You're trying to save the cop.
Where is the cop? Yes.
On your left, it's the one injured on the near the torchlight. Yeah.
He's right near you, right there at the left. You should, as soon as the cutscene is over, you should be able to get possible cause, blaming, sympathetic, or defective. I'd go with triangle if I were you. There we go. Down to examine the cop. There we go.
With your software, we're going...
Oh, shoot, when you get to the helicopter bit, I suggest just telling the helicopter to go away.
I know.
She knows this. She's already played this.
My eyes are open now. I will never let anyone humiliate...
I'll never let anyone humiliate me again. Nobody humiliated you. Pre-owned androids are a thing in this universe. You'll be fine.
He's losing blood. If we don't get him to a hospital, he's going to die.
Also, more feelings.
Humans die eventually. What is it?
Ever.
Guys now.
I think it's more to the... I mean, yeah, I mean, him being replaced isn't too bad, but for him, it's like, I actually care about these people. So.
Ignore, obey.
Okay.
Oh, turns out. So at the very least resistance, you. Okay, fine. Fuck the cop then.
I can't stand
Well, it's a hostage situation. I mean, it kind of makes sense.
tell that helicopter to get...
All right, he's telling you to get the helicopter out of here. Accept or refuse. There you go. Obviously, this gets him to trust you more. All right, now just keep going towards him, I guess.
86.
Last chance, trust or rational.
You know, the dead cop in the pool reminds me of the vaccination.
Oh, there's a dead cop in the pool.
Oh,
Yeah.
he didn't like you trying to rationalize of him.
Oh, well.
It's okay, you still have a chance. Compromise or refuse. I would suggest yeah.
It's impossible, Daniel. Let the girl go.
Let the girl go, and we won't hurt you, Daniel. Come on.
84.
Swear on me, mom.
Sacrifice self, reassure, or truth. It's obvious that you should go with reassure. Yeah.
We're just going to talk.
There you go, Shiro. You did it. 100%.
The girl
Yeah,
is
this
safe.
is what I did earlier, so...
Okay. I trust you.
Wow, you're incredibly easy to convince, Daniel. Look
You know,
at
I
that.
actually don't-
Look at that, Shiroi. Look how evil we are.
What have we become?
You know, I actually kind of like the actor playing Connor.
Yeah, me too. And of course,
Not just that, the actor playing Connor is actually very open to the fans. He did regular streams, interviews, and stuff like that. He really enjoys talking to the community. So
Bless
there's
him.
that, I guess.
it's
Nice.
look at that, guys. Clearly, we are the soulless
Monsters.
Yeah.
Also, Connor has become a meme, because of course he has.
Of course.
Not just that, Shiroi.
Ubisoft-
Japan apparently really likes this
Yes,
game because of the
They
Connor and
even
Hank
ship
story.
him- They even ship him with Hank, and I don't understand why.
Oh, guys, fun fact about the actor playing Connor.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
He's apparently engaged to the actress who plays a blue-haired Tracy character in this game.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, press OK, Shiroi. All right, now you can check your flow chart. Not that it matters to you since you're not going to go back anyway. So feel free to just move
Yeah.
on with X.
All right,
Fine.
watch that.
All right, there you go, Shiroi. Now you're playing as Kara.
Oh boy.
Remember that android from the tech demo?
The good one, yeah.
No, that's just
I
that-
would
that-
argue that I didn't like even that one. I don't know. There was just something in it that didn't. I mean, yeah, again, I appreciate the idea of making a full game based on a tech demo that you did, but I don't think outside of the idea, the concept, there was too much
that-
that you could do.
Oh, of course, there wasn't, Teo. That should have just stayed the tech demo altogether. It was a really good tech demo because David just stuck to a basic idea there and did it simply without, hammering in your head. The problem is that when it comes to actually turning that into a full game, he didn't know what to do, so he may just,
Oh, God, I'm suddenly in first person.
Don't worry, Shiroi. This particular moment doesn't matter. You're just looking until the game moves on. Don't worry.
Yeah, this is
Oh,
the
okay.
only segment in first person, if I recall.
I thought I had to do something.
No,
No.
you're fine. You're just listening to
This is
shit.
because Kara is literally on exposition.
The only thing that's going on here
Yeah.
is salespeople trying to sell the android, and
Yeah, and eventually Todd coming.
Oh, hey, look, it's
Oh,
Todd.
here he is.
I agree with what George Carlin said. Todd is one of the most terrible names that you can give to a kid.
Not just that, but not
That's
just
why he turned out how he is.
not just that, Shiroi. As you're going to learn, of all the three stories, Kara's story is by far the most inconsequential in the larger scheme.
Yeah.
The game cares a lot more about Connor and Marcus's stories, and Kara is basically there because she has to be there because, the fans of the tech demo
Yeah.
want her there.
That's what boggles me the most, the fact that the titular character, the one who was full front and center in the tech demo, and keep in mind, she was also used in promotional material. She also appeared in that god-awful postcard that
Opening
Sony
credits.
did
This
for
is a
Women's
really-
Day.
I'm sorry, one moment. This is a really weird place for the introduction of the game.
I know, right?
I thought, at least get a title drop, after
To
the
be fair,
opening chapter, but...
Well,
no,
at least the
it's a-
game looks...
I saw some other games that do this, like they drop the title 30 minutes in, like after the first dungeon or stuff like
To
that.
be
So
fair,
I
we're
don't
not 30 minutes in,
understand,
we're like 15.
Well, I was just using an example that it's not tied to this. I'm
But
saying that I've seen games that do the title intro way later than normal.
I know, it's fine. It's just this seems like a weird moment within what's going on, too, actually.
Also, what was wrong with that fist monument?
Remember, Kingdom Hearts 2 dropped its title 3 hours into the game.
True, but that game, I still argue, had a good enough reason to do so. But again,
They dropped it at a perfect,
Yeah.
at a perfect moment.
we can talk
but,
about that. Well, at least the game looks beautiful. Like the overall textures, like in the character model. I mean, this doesn't look God of War or Uncharted 4 good, but it still looks really good.
Also, I'd like to point out the reason I like the tech demo is even though it was pretty, bog standard and by the numbers writing for that kind of scenario, I'm surprised that something even that good came from David Cage.
It's not even just that. Like, that works mostly because of Valerie Curry's performance, who's also reprising her role as Kara in the game as well.
Oh, really?
Like, Valerie Curry, written and directed by David Cage. There you go. That is the problem right there.
Everything wrong with this game.
Everything that's wrong with this game can be basically summed up with those words. But anyway, Valerie Curry, who performed Kara in the original tech demo, is also playing Kara in here. So and back in the tech demo, her performance is what basically made that demo because she did a great job in selling us on that character's humanity, just purely through her acting. And
Oh boy, Marcus.
I hate Marcus's story because again, this is where all the preachiness comes from. He's literally the Martin Luther King
And
parallel.
I'd argue even the more plot holes and the more heavy plot holes and questions arise from Marcus' storyline creates so
Don't bother,
many
Shiroi. Just let them go
doubts,
circle.
creates so many doubts that in terms of the lore and the player that just ask you what the hell. Like this is the segment that feels the most written by David Cage.
But Teo, your Taro senpai liked this game.
Well, I never agreed on the fact that it was completely flawless.
A lot of people like drugs.
Well,
Doesn't mean they're
There
good.
is no such thing as a perfect person or a perfect developer.
I mean, they can. I mean, he could like and dislike whatever he wants. It's just, well, you know.
Okay.
I mean, hell, there's plenty of things that we like that others.
Not just that. The first Nier also had still those glaring issues, and I argue even the first Drakengard and Drakengard 3 also have some of them.
No, go for there though, Shiroi. You're supposed to cross the. Yeah, there you go. The invisible wall, literally.
And
telling-
Android subtle again.
All right, basically supposed to go for the for the crossroad, like
I'm supposed to go through the actual crossroad.
Yes.
Honestly,
Where are you
Well,
gonna
honestly,
well,
you know,
remember, you're an android. You're programmed to obey traffic laws.
honestly,
Aw.
honestly,
Go ahead.
honestly, Tio.
It's green. It's green now. I think it is. Oh, never mind.
Honestly, Tio, the only way this could be even more unsubtle is if it said, "Tell androids to fuck off."
Oh, by the way,
Or
Shiro,
no.
Shiro, I want
Yeah.
you to do something. Go forward. Keep going forward.
Okay.
Ignore the hot dog stand. That's not important.
Aw.
Just keep going. You can't eat it anyway. You're an android.
Yeah,
Go
androids
right.
cannot
Go to the right. Now keep going forward. That passion. Now
Okay.
Oh, you're going to the preacher.
go to the green. Go to the green guy.
Why?
Oh no!
Wait,
no! Oh,
this guy?
no! Just keep going forward, like I told you. Yeah, go to that guy. That's that guy there. That black fat dude.
Oh.
Look at him. Hold L1. Hold L1 while that's going on.
Okay.
Unfortunately, you
You
can't.
will not allow
punch
this creation to be led astray by these artificial demons. Why do you look at me so,
Because
demon?
Jesus Lord bans you in the name of heaven.
I can see through you? Who are you?
I seriously never understood the logic behind preachers. Sorry, I'll seriously need to ask Jova more about this because this is one part of American culture that really boggles me.
Well, we have them here. We just have two different types.
All
The
right,
ones
keep
that
going,
stand
Shiroi,
outside
forward.
churches singing all the time, and the ones that, kind of act like this. So,
I don't know, mate. If you watched RoboCop, there's worse ways Detroit can be destroyed.
True.
Yeah, that's another thing. There's
Camera,
only
please.
I was expecting at least a couple of reference to RoboCop in this game. There's only one, and it's very surprising, very subtle, but you can miss it really easily.
oh,
I was-
I would recommend
mean-
keeping the camera behind you, Shiro. Yeah, there you go.
I mean, I
No, no,
understand.
Actually,
Oh, Shiro, go
no,
back.
I don't mind
You
that,
went
actually.
too far. Now go left.
I understand that David Cage doesn't
There
have
you
a
go.
lot of cultural range, but
I'm
I think
going
like
here?
I was
Yes.
expecting that a thing like RoboCop was common knowledge to him.
Let me just explain this to Shiro. Basically, Shiro,
Sorry.
the plot is that you're an android and you're by order of your master,
Painter.
you're here to buy some paint because he's a painter.
From this guy called
Go
Bellini.
go press up on there. There you go. Identification verified. Yes. All right. Now you're supposed to hold X to pay, because the paint is.
Like Dartigan said, be glad that this wasn't made by EA or Ubisoft.
Otherwise, you'll have to actually do a microtransaction in this part.
If this was Ubisoft also, they will ask you to join Uplay.
you can't even say this about EA
Also,
because at least they learned, kind of.
$63.99 for
for
fucking paint.
What are you painting?
That paint better be the best goddamn paint in the
mean,
entire world.
I will understand better if it was an entire stock, like a set of barrels, because those are actually relatively big. But it's a simple kit.
Oh, back here?
Don't worry, Shiroi. Don't worry, Shiroi. Just keep going backward. Don't worry, Shiroi. Even if you do start going the wrong way, eventually you'll bump into the invisible wall telling you go the other way. So don't worry. Even if you want, you could not get lost in this game. All right, Shiroi. Press R1 to switch the camera angle like it tells you to. It will be there. You go. That way is much easier. Go to the right, Shiroi, so you can come across the protesters. Gotta go for those.
I don't like shopping.
You can
like in
you can avoid the protesters, Teo, but might as well, so for the sake of properly examining.
We're done with Preacher, we might as well do those two.
Hey guys, I saw a few posters. Raken is my all-time favorite movie.
Oh, interesting.
Whatever. I don't even know
Okay.
what in
mean, what
universe
was-
it could
Human
be.
music. $1 to hear. Music with soul.
Plot like Raken. The guy is
Android music
breaking
has
his
no
God.
soul.
Of course, Shiroi.
Feeling
Only
dubstep.
human music has soul, don't you know?
Do we ever hear an android playing music in this game?
Yes,
yes,
remember
at the
we do
end.
the piano mini game.
Not just
Oh,
that, but at the
that,
end. At the end.
Is that
that's
the
all.
one with the song? Okay.
All right, go. Keep. All right, Shiro, turn right so you can. Yeah, go ahead.
It's gonna be like the ending of Full Metal Jacket where they all sing.
There you go. You
Yeah,
should
that's
keep going. Keep
protesters.
going on that direction. Actually, a bit more to the right. Yeah, so you can pass through that, and you should be seeing the protesters, and a cutscene will trigger. There you
Oh,
go,
there we
Shiroi. There you go, Shiroi. These protesters want to ban androids because androids are taking people's jobs. What does this remind you of?
He took
David.
a lot of jokes we made regarding WWE games.
Not just that, this is clearly a parallel to the immigration issue in America.
And
You know,
the
maybe
UK,
if
and the
you
UK
were-
at times.
Old, remember.
You know-
So go ahead.
Maybe if you weren't so busy protesting, you could look for a job?
I think Darty got also raised these objections.
Remember, Shiroi, we humans are like this. We prefer to complain instead of actually doing something about things.
Did the game just...
No. You're supposed to hold L1 and remember.
No, I did, but it stopped.
You need to
Mash
mash
X.
the X button.
No, I didn't actually see the X prompt.
That's okay. It doesn't matter anyway. The game would just continue stopping there until you would.
You can't lose a David Cage game. Really?
Why? Why do you? Yeah, like even if you did bust him up, what exactly would that accomplish for you? I'm guessing you would feel. I'm guessing you would massage your ego a little bit, but
But it would cost him a lot of money.
yeah,
Yeah.
They'd make him repair it.
yeah, exactly. All right, now go to the bus, Shiroi, for yet another brilliant commentary from David Cage.
Is it though?
He thinks it is, I guess. Okay, go
Do
to
I
the
have
right.
to
Go to the right. Go to the
Do I
right.
have to cross it?
No,
this
no,
is
you
a
don't.
video game.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Just press. Just go to the right. Keep going. There's a buzz there. Okay, now it should give you. Yeah, Alt X to wait for buzz. There you go.
Mushi.
Now it will just cut to the buzz arriving. Yeah. Basically, you can if the buzz are there. You go. Oh look, the android compartment.
Again,
David,
Darty
you
can explain how-
stupid sack of shit.
Darty can explain how mixing those two things, two
Yeah.
periods of slavery and the segregation did not work.
I'll explain for
together.
the sake of those who don't know. Okay, yes, I get it, David. After the whole slavery thing, there was segregation. But here's the thing, David. While segregation and slavery are connected, segregation happened after slavery, not during it. You know, because it was after slavery was abolished that people still had trouble accepting black people. So black people had to stick in their own corner and separate from the white people. Come on, David. Just Google is a thing, David. Just use it sometimes, please. Anyway, that was Shades of Color. Yes, that's the name of this chapter. Shades of Color.
50 Shades of David Cage.
Shiroi. We're going to be as unsubtle as we possibly can.
You will taste David Cage's baguette.
No, it's burnt.
Alright.
There we go. We finally we get to play as Kara. All for
I
the.
don't want to do this.
Well, too bad. You have to.
Doing chores is so fun, am I right?
Tayo did it in Heavy Rain. Now it's your turn.
Ugh.
All right, open the door.
I'm actually thinking, Pedro, I'm actually thinking that David was considering this to be the opening chapter, but after the reception that Heavy Rain got with the fact of the chores being done in the first chapter, he kinda subtly relegated this to the third chapter and started with the one of Connor.
I love how
Better
Shiroi
not.
was about to start running away, and yet the game just cut to a cutscene of her
That
entering.
was a total accident, I swear.
Well, now I got it on footage, so it's immortalized in our channel.
Yeah. It was good timing, but yeah, that was a total accident.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, for the record, all four of us, I don't think Jova knows yet, but all four of us know what the big plot twist with Alice is. And
Yeah.
let's just say the big plot twist of Alice renders these beginning chapters completely nonsensical.
Yeah.
He literally just told her, here, you take care of everything. Her homework, you bathe her. Why would an android need bathing? Like, no.
Not just that, like it doesn't make any sense. Also on Kara's standpoint, because androids recognize each other immediately. The fact that Kara doesn't manage to recognize Alice until the plot twist is spelled in her fucking face, and even the game
You need to
tries
get the trash bin first.
The game tries to hand wave this very badly by saying that, oh, Kara already knew and just repressed it. No, that's clearly not what happened.
No, I
Look
don't
at
want
that!
to
Live action Aki. Out of the way, for fuck's sake! Come on, Shiro, don't get in
Don't
front.
Detroit, those right like.
Oh, here's an interesting thing, Shiro. If you try getting in front of the TV again, you can't because an invisible wall is now built around the TV.
I thought I could just simply walk past. I didn't think. I'm trying to find the rubbish.
Just go there, keep not turn. Go through. Go back. Go back the way you just came. You should. The camera should change. Yeah, keep going. Yeah. Go for the left. So yeah, go and keep going. And there you go. The trash bin should be right behind you to the left. There you go.
There we go.
Right there. All right, now you can go and collect the trash. It's in the kitchen, the counter, and in the coffee table. Go ahead. Take out the trash, Shiroi.
That's right. That's a thing that I haven't noticed until now. Well, I should have noticed because they removed the inner thoughts options. I forgot. I didn't.
Honestly,
notice
Theo,
immediately.
like I've already
I
explained
didn't know there were inner thoughts.
Honestly, Theo, consider like I've already explained in our playthroughs, that option rendered was terrible because it
But
destroyed.
it creates funny moments, so they should be in the kitchen cupboard.
True. But well, remember, Theo, these are androids. They don't have at least not yet. They don't have inner
Well,
thoughts.
well, that's the thing. When they become deviant, they should gain those things.
What can I tell you, Theo?
Mr. David, you truly hate fun, don't you?
Well, remember, this is the guy who does not have a sense of humor whatsoever. Like I've said, I still refuse to believe he actually wrote the Connor and Hank chapters.
Considering he had a co-writer for this game,
Two.
it's more than plausible. Yeah, it's clearly more than plausible that each of them wrote one of the storylines.
Another-
Is that everything?
You can all want to check something there, Shiro. Yeah. Todd is completely in debt. So that begs the question: if he's if he's unemployed and he's full of debt, how come he could afford an android?
Or even a house.
From
We'll
what I've
find
seen,
that out.
from what I can imagine, considering he is into the red ice drug, which we will see in a second. I'm guessing it's because he's a smug.
It's in the kitchen, Shiro.
Or something, so that's why he's gaining some money of it. I don't know.
That's
I
the
honestly
washer.
still think that, despite that, I don't think
Hold
he
on,
should gig.
Hey, I'll tell you. Just go to the.
There we go.
There we go. Go to the left, and you should be to the left from where you are. There you go. You should move the camera, by the way. Just move the camera.
But I picked up every.
There you go.
No,
Right
there you go.
Collect. The problem is you
Also,
have to
none
have the
of
full
this
thing.
stuff is in the bin, by the way.
Yeah. Nor the being
Goes into the void.
Well, to be fair, you can't exactly render, that kind of stuff, Take out the trash, Shiroi.
Also, there was only one bin bag. What the? Never mind.
I guess in Detroit they don't.
Don't you see,
They
Shiroi?
don't differentiate.
Don't you see, Shiroi? One of the AX400, that's Kara's Android model, by the way. One of the AX400's abilities is to magically create a second trash bag out of nowhere, apparently.
That's what I mean. It's like I wasn't talking about the differentiating thing. I was talking more so about the fact that a second one just appeared out of nowhere.
Alright, go back home. You've already finished the urgent tasks, so you can choose to either do the optional tasks or you can move upstairs to do the other urgent tasks.
Sure.
I'm guessing you want to just get this over with and just only do the obligatory ones.
Yeah.
All right then, open the house thingy. There you go. All right, now you can climb the stairs. Oh, but first you have to report to Todd. It says right there.
Oh. If he would stand still.
Right there. You can press X now.
I've made a good start down here. I'll head upstairs.
Do what you have to do and stop bothering me.
Rawr.
Rawr.
Okay.
All right, Shiroi, clean upstairs.
That's the response I expected, though.
All right, just keep walking. So this is what became of Kara after she left the factory. I have to say I'm disappointed.
Well, to be fair, Pedro, from what we know, this is not even the same car.
It is. David has confirmed that he literally said...
that's disappointing.
He made a commentary of the Kara short, like an actual commentary, back when Detroit was still in development. And at the end of the commentary he said, okay, and a lot of people have been wondering what happens to Kara after she leaves the factory, and that's the story we're telling in Detroit Become Human. So he does confirm that this is the same Kara.
Alright then. Point taken.
He does confirm that this is the same Kara, yeah.
Switch on the TV.
Yes, Shiroi, switch on the TV so we can watch the European cartoon that is much better than the actual game.
No. I want to watch
Sure.
the World Cup match.
Let's see. Old Square. There you go. All right.
I don't think they're going to show the World Cup.
All right. You can use the touchpad to the right to switch channels if you don't want to watch the news.
I'm surprised considering France are actually in it.
I think it's a touchpad. I mean, you're playing on casual mode, so if
I get it. It's because the US are.
Oh, there you go.
There is
You
a
passed
match
it.
going on.
you passed the cartoon, Shiroi. How could you?
I'm sorry!
No, go back to whatever the match was.
You can't go back.
You can't go back to it for some reason that doesn't make any sense. And
These
you can
TVs are shit.
You can even turn the TV back on. I mean, in Heavy Rain you could. Why can't you turn the TV back on?
Once you do that,
All right,
Kate,
hold
you can
L2
go
to
back.
ventilate. Now yeah, there you go.
There we go.
All right, Shiroi. So basically, what you have to do is you have to tidy this room, which is Todd's room. Oh yeah, and this is important.
Tidying in like the loosest sense of the word.
Pick up. Down. Alright, Shiroi, believe it or not, what you're about to see is foreshadowing for the Alice plot twist. Here's my problem with it, though. They never actually show the magazine, though, so... All I thought when this happened was, okay, why the focus on that? And I just moved on, because the game never really... Like, okay...
Okay, if you can manage to have a keen eye, you can notice the blurred image, but if you have even a slight less sight problem, you're not gonna get it.
Yeah, I couldn't read
I
that.
I didn't even get it, too, and my eyesight is fine.
You need to use glasses, don't you?
Well, true, but when I'm using my glass...
All your avatars of you wearing glasses.
No, Taylor. Here's the thing, though. Yes, I use glasses, but I didn't miss the blurry image because of bad eyesight. I just missed it because I didn't catch it. I didn't.
Okay.
Because on a second playthrough, I was able to notice it because I was actually paying attention this time.
Yeah, that's another thing. The plot twist should supposedly tell you to go. Oh.
Okay, Shiroi.
I see.
Optional tasks: clean the bathroom. Right after he took a shit.
I'm good, thanks.
All right. The urgent tasks you have is to clean Alice's room, which is to the right. Now that's the restroom.
Right. Yep.
Open.
The tasks menu was in the way of the prompt.
Yeah, I know.
I just want to tidy up your room a little.
Okay.
All right, Shira, time for some more on the nose symbolism.
But I have shit to do. I'll talk to the child in a minute.
Sure. Well, actually, it's not from the child that comes the symbolism, but sure.
Oh. I thought we were going to talk to whatever this kid's name is.
All right, you opening that window unlocks an option for later.
Okay.
All right, make the bed, Shiroi. Make the bed.
Again, this is cleaning in like the loosest sense of the word.
Just been prize, ice cream pies. See, it's doing fine. I'd rather have this job than
All right,
mine.
Shiroi, there's a book in the center of the room. Go and see if you can
Sorry?
find it. There's a book in the center of the room. See if you can get it.
That's also another thing. Alice doesn't need to sleep.
Just keep going backwards.
Why does she use a bed?
Hang on.
There you go, right then, down to look.
There we go.
God damn it.
Hold on, Tail.
Oh, sorry.
Alice in Wonderland. Hmm? Hmm?
I
Yeah.
can feel David Cage fist in my face as he enters down.
Do you get it, Dwips?
not pleasant.
Do you get it, Dwips? Did you get my brilliance?
I'm
You
sure.
will get my ingenious writing.
I'm
Like,
sure my Alice would be very insulted by what David is
Factual,
doing.
friendly, diplomatic.
Why not?
FFD?
Children could be diplomatic, right?
Totally.
I thought maybe you could help me get my bearings. Give
Oh,
me
she improved to neutral. There you go, Shiroi. Name Kara, interests, seem quiet, mother, question mark.
your father said you chose my name.
So there you go. It's because of Alice that she's named Kara. Kara was the one who gave her that name.
You choose it.
Interests, seem quiet, mother.
What about your mother?
Yeah, what about your mother, Alice?
Come home soon.
And she became sad because of it, so I'm guessing the mom is away. Interests, seem quiet, leave alone.
You should tell me about yourself.
Yeah, you should probably tell her about yourself, Alice, so she can properly, do her job. Because she's taking care of you.
And it scared her off.
Actually, Shiroi, you did successfully do things because not only is she now warm towards you, you've unlocked a path where she gives you that key. Alright, Shiroi, now you have a choice. You can either use that key to open the little chest that's on the cupboard there, or you can just ignore it.
Well,
do you
she
know?
gave
Do
it to me
you
for a
know?
reason.
Do you know what's on the chest?
I've forgotten.
All right, then open it then. AW treasures. Aw, how nice.
Ah, treasures.
And look, Dwebs. There's all multicolored hearts on the chest.
Oh.
How cute.
That's why it's called treasures.
All right. Let's see what's in the chest.
What's in the box?
Can I go back to playing Near Automata, please?
No.
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 Why not?
If Shiro has to
'Cause if I
suffer,
can't play what I want to, you can't play what you want to.
Can I live stream it after this?
sure, feel free.
Because I
Can
don't
it
think
be
we'll be able.
spoiler free, please?
I'm not sure we'll be able to watch.
Oh, look at that,
Ghibli movies, I
Shiroi.
don't think.
Bloody Alice. Literally.
Listen, that's actually a very bad sign. I mean, even if something wasn't happening, to the child.
Look at that. Grumpy Daddy in a
hands of her
jumpsuit
father,
for some
that is still a
reason.
very bad sign for any human being, no matter what age, to be doing.
These-
Hey, look, it's
These
Daddy.
also
Daddy
show-
punching a Kara while Alice is and Alice crying over broken Kara, and that's why she went, and that's what happened, and that's how she went back to the factory to be repaired, which happened, and that's when the tech demo happens, and then she returned from the factory back to here. So basically, that's where the tech demo
Oh.
takes place. The tech demo actually takes place,
In between.
no, not in between, Teo. After what happened in those little drawings she made, but before the actual beginning of the game.
All right.
That's the chronology.
Guessing there's nothing
There you go.
else I
I've
can do.
suffered. I've solved David Cage's chronological puzzle.
So technically, her deviancy problem started there, but was managed to be suppressed temporarily, I guess.
Well, remember, Teo, the guy from the tech demo allowed her to go, even though she already showed signs of emotion. So,
Which then doesn't explain how he's not a deviant right now.
Oh, and don't worry, Shiroi, I haven't gotten far enough
So many fucking questions.
I haven't gotten far enough into Automata to have anything that would really spoil.
Okay.
Todd, Alice is an android. Alice, as a child android, she's programmed to always love you and approve of everything you say. She doesn't
Again,
think you're a
unless,
loser.
Unless also Alice is a deviant, but the game never tells you.
I'm sorry, Teo. I'm really getting tired of games just asking me to just assume things and just fill in the holes that the writer forgot to fill.
Not just that. Again, her being a deviant or not, I'm not sure it even makes that much of a difference outside of her behavior towards Todd.
Oh, I wonder. It's kind of like with No Country for Old Men. Ooh, I wonder if there's any correlation between Tommy Lee Jones looking at the off TV and Josh Brill, actually, and Anton looking at the TV. No, write something, Coen Brothers, or stop wasting my fucking time.
Maybe the reason Todd isn't thinking straight is because he's pretty much doped up the entire time.
Yeah, again.
All right, that was A New Home. Which reminds me, Shiroi.
What's that option in yellow, right?
By the way,
here?
Shiroi, you didn't find the gun while cleaning Todd's room, which means you won't have the option to get the gun in the next chapter after this.
Oh.
It's okay.
Oh.
You can. Which means you cannot kill Todd in your run.
Well, she can with the golf club.
No, it only knocks him out.
He can only, it can only be knocked out.
Wait a minute. The club. Wait a minute. The club only knocks him out, but that guy fell backwards. That other guy, and that kills him.
Well, his head hit something really, really hard.
But he didn't even fall that hard.
Remember, she soft spot on the back of your head, where if you hit that, it will either really damage your brain or you will die.
Basically.
Oh boy, more Marcus. This time.
Deposit the package in the cupboard there, right where the text is. Yeah. Put down. All right, these better be the best goddamn paints in the entire world. All right, Shiroi, you have a choice. You can go straight to Carl, your master, or you can start taking care of breakfast before you go there. What do you want to do? You have to do one. You have to do it either way. So just pick the order.
We just.
Oh, the birdies. Let's check the. Look at that, Shiroi. Android birdies.
With a cage, get it?
Get it? It's clever too. It's clever.
In the first 5 minutes, yes, it becomes annoying real fast.
No, it bloody isn't.
Oh, they're adorable.
Well, there you go, Shiroi. You get all the benefits of owning a bird minus all the poop.
And them accidentally flying away, I guess.
Or
go to the door on the left. Oh, the SharePlay was done. All right. Do you want to continue still? Might as well finish this chapter, right? All right. Pause for a moment.
Or pining for the fjords, or being stunned, or something.
Let me just stop the SharePlay real quick. And then start back it up again.
Yeah, I might as well take this time to finish what I was mentioning before. Like I think I mentioned a couple of times, Pedro. Mike, the key word for me should be balance.
Sure. I understand.
And I genuinely do believe that Sony right now is in a position where he's unbalanced in favor of the super realistic games. I don't want all cartoony games like they were, for example, in the PS1 or PS2 era. Because right now with the technology, you can be allowed to do more realistic looking game without them looking bad. The technology is there to do that. So I understand taking advantage of that. But that's not an excuse to drop completely the cartoony style, I do think. And when one of your options of the last couple of years has been fucking knack, that's kind of a problem. Like I generally do believe that the only two saving graces of a PS4 so far have been the Ratchet & Clank reboot, which, by the way, was shunned because of the movie. Thanks, Sony. Movie pictures I mentioned. And Gravity Rush 2, which no one
believe
bothered.
Gramercy more accurately.
Can you tell me?
So technically you should be blaming Comcast more than Sony.
Well, both Sony Animation and Comcast. Okay.
Sony Animation didn't have anything to do with it either.
And Gravity
Hold on,
Rush 2.
Shiroi. Leave this group. I'll start a new one. For some reason, it's doing that thing again.
Tio, basically.
I get it, Lips. Don't worry. I got the message. The other Gravity Rush 2 because that no one apparently cared about because of the bad marketing. Cat wasn't even featured in that postcard about Women's Day.
No one really. People didn't really care about the first game, didn't they?
They did.
Actually, they did. Remember, Dweebs, it was also a project passion because it was made by Team Silent, which was composed by the member who did the first 4 Silent Hills. So they are not the random people who got around. They were actually people with a cult following, despite being niche. The problem is that Sony first had the first game be a PS Vita exclusive in trying to promote that console that, ironically enough, never had a life. And then, after also the remaster, they tried to push the sequel to the PS4, but for some reason they forgot to mark how to market that. And as such, the game sold very poorly, and right now, they're, at the time of this recording, they're shutting down the servers and pretty much forgetting about it.
It's funny. It's interesting you mentioned that, Tia.
Much
because
more simple in
I
that
don't-
regard. I just want the games to
I
be
don't-
good, regardless of style.
I
Alright,
don't
hold on, guys. We need
remember,
to get back to this. I'm gonna give control
Yeah,
to
yeah,
Shiroi.
sorry.
I'll be
go ahead.
I'll be quick. Don't worry. I don't remember everybody's golf being marketed all that well, and that sold all right.
Alright,
That's
go ahead,
because
Shiroi.
similar to go ahead, but basically it was basically similar to Gran Turismo. That is one of those games that have a fan base no matter what. But anyway, I digressed enough. Let's.
Alright, go right there. Yeah, it showed you the yellow thing.
It didn't show. It didn't show up the first time.
It did. It's just that it was blocked off because we were at the back. There you go. Preparing
So,
breakfast.
what kind of breakfast does this guy eat?
That's the thing too.
We
I don't-
didn't even prepare anything. We're just like picking everything up. So who made
Does
this shit?
he?
And
does
also,
he
has it
eat
been
Freddy?
sitting there
That's-
the entire time while we were out shopping?
Yes.
That's actually
apparently.
a good question. Well, to be fair,
Go to the
Shiroi,
door. Go to the door. Where the
I can
text is.
tell you because it's part of my job and I did it multiple
The
times.
door on the left.
In some cases, old people really do
The left.
wake
Yeah.
up.
You don't know
very
your
late,
right from your left.
and you take
No,
care of
I
them
do.
like that.
It
Sorry.
wouldn't move.
All right, put it into the table.
Put your Android in. Your Android.
Put your
in.
hands together if you want.
All right, now that the breakfast is ready, now you can go upstairs. So go back for the way you
Sure.
came.
Oh, Detroit's okay.
Can I leave the room?
Well, actually,
instead, or
I think,
have to go
if
to
I
the
remember
kitchen?
correctly, you can actually go through those stairs in the background. So keep going forward. Actually, yeah, might as well. I think you can go for those stairs, don't
I
you?
wonder if we'll find another glitch in this game.
Also-
Oh, no, I don't think you
Yeah,
can.
yeah, I mentioned that, Dave. Also, I need to stress this again. Who has
Yeah, or you can clean this
taxidermed
now, sure.
giraffe in his studio?
Yeah, there goes
Oh,
your.
I can clean this room? Or?
Yeah, well, you're gonna have to do this later, so might as well do it now. Go ahead.
Sure, I'm here.
Someone who has the room for it, I guess.
Shiroi, there's this guy apparently has stuffed giraffes in his house.
Why? Okay, I get it. He's an artist. He should be eccentric, but not this kind of way.
Right there, yeah. Clean.
Again, this isn't really cleaning.
It's more like putting stuff in place.
It's organizing, sure.
Yeah.
This is cleaning according to David Cage.
Again, when I'm cleaning windows.
David really wants that badly for you to do his chores. Come on.
But he can do them himself.
Nothing over here.
Yeah,
Well,
go
they
to the
remind
right.
of
Go a
that
bit more to the right. Yeah, a bit more to the right.
Daily reminder
There you
that
go.
people spent $60 or even more for this game at launch.
And that's how much this paint costs.
No, it still costs. Remember, this game this game is literally a month old now.
I was expecting at least a $10 price drop.
By the way, speaking
No,
of games,
this game had the best opening sales of Quantic Dream's games yet.
Anyway, go ahead, Shiroi. What you were saying?
No, I just said I've only seen it price dropped in like pre-owned stuff,
Yeah.
but aside
Okay.
from that, it's always been at full price.
People who bought the game and played it for 5 minutes and then quit. All right, now that you're done with your chores, go wake up Carl upstairs. Go for that
You
door
also
there.
saying something, Dweebs?
I was just going to say, do we know what PS
left.
Plus games are out in July?
No.
I haven't checked. I'm gonna do a quick check.
Oh, I'm
and
checking
study
now,
next.
actually.
I mean,
Let him check. He can do that.
go ahead.
He's the one who's actually interested.
And everyone's dogs are barking again.
Also, why are there wooden babies in the chandelier?
Why, David? Why?
No,
This is not
what?
artistic
Oh,
value.
go down the stairs, Shiroi, so we can properly show.
Yeah.
Go down the stairs. It should change the camera a bit, hopefully. No, yeah, move the camera. Yeah, look at the chandelier on the right. Look at the
They're not
chandelier on the
revealed.
right. There's wooden
not
babies in the chandelier.
They're not revealed yet, by the way.
I literally just noticed this the first time. I swear.
Wooden
Why?
baby.
I mean, the closest thing I can imagine is a reference to those fat baby angels that
Keep
were,
going to
were
the
in
right.
a lot of religious painting of the
Oh, wait, what's
15th,
the
16th
L2?
centuries.
L1 actually, but yeah, it's for you to watch the thing.
Be right back.
Go ahead.
That looks nice,
Oh.
I guess, but it's completely useless. Moving on.
Yeah.
To the left. Well, now it's front actually. Yeah. Go. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. And there's the door. All right, Shiroi. Now it's time to give him his medicine and give him a bath.
Be honored, Shiroi. This is what my job is like.
But it's not telling me there's any medication anywhere.
You'll see. You'll see. First out of the curtains. It's curtains, Mugsy. Curtains.
Turn down.
Ladies and
the light.
gentlemen, the bishop himself, Lance Erickson.
Yeah, I get it for the casting gag, but you really cast him as just an old guy.
Basically, Shiroi, this actor is known for a big sci-fi movie from back in the day. So
Where
they-
he plays an actual android, so there you go,
Oh.
casting gag.
administer Carl's medicine.
So
It's right there.
Oh, there you go.
So
Yep.
you see, at least for this I understand that David has some kind of pop culture knowledge to reference here and there. The problem is that it seems to be very selective.
Don't forget,
you know,
don't forget that he had co-directors as well. So for all we know, it was somebody else's idea.
True, I guess.
But I was going to ask earlier, I was like, at no point did any of those co-writers say, "Okay, David, what
It's
the
time to
fuck?
stop.
It's time to stop."
Where the fuck are your parents?
Unfortunately, Shiroi, David is still in creative control. He's the one paying them and everything. So he's still so he's
I
still
hope I hope
he's still in
he paid
charge.
them handsomely.
It's his company, so obviously he's still in charge.
Yes.
Oh, look at that, Shiroi. See, Lance Erickson here is actually pro Android, saying, "Oh, they can't just harm progress by just killing a few androids." All that shit. All right, Shiroi. This is by far the most scripted David Cage games have always been. Old L1, yeah. All right, now while you're doing this, yeah, keep going. Stop. You see, Shiroi, what this actually is, this is literally a scripted cutscene that only progresses when you're holding both L1 and up. At any moment,
I don't understand.
at any moment when you stop, the cutscene just pauses. Try pressing it various times just to see the effect. See? You see what I mean?
Yeah, I don't get this either, honestly.
This is the most scripted I've ever seen his games be.
I wish we could go backwards.
This is literally a book, and the gameplay is you turning the pages. Literally. Alright, don't worry, Shiroi. The bath itself is automatic. You don't even see it.
I in other cutscenes, I mean, like if I messed that up, the action would have reversed. But this is, huh.
So Teo, whenever you're, since you said this is your job, whenever you're doing this, are you capable of stopping completely immobile?
Totally. The ability of assistance in the healthcare sector allows me to freeze time as much as I want. Don't you know? It gives you superpower, kids. Try today.
All right,
Yes,
take.
that's one way to get children.
You will manage to take care of your grandpas and be awesome at the same time.
All right, take Carl downstairs to the dining table that you prepared earlier.
Which again, yeah, this prompts me to another thing. As much as this old Marcus storyline is stupid and everything, the way the technology for a
I want to go this way.
valid person like Carl is, I actually really like it. The way he has that thing that allows him to go down the stairs. We do have those here as well, but they're very clunky. Here is much smoother. And later we will see also another mechanism that he uses for his painting jobs, which looks very cool in how it's integrated.
I can call him if you like.
So at least there's that. It's also a kind of a taste of the fact that this is still like a sci-fi game. So taking place in the future, it allows for this
don't think
more
there's anything to
advanced
look here.
technology. The problem is that it's just that, just a couple of inches. Otherwise, this game could have easily been set in like 2015.
Yeah. I just went the long way around.
Basically, yeah.
Shiroi, it's good to take some, some minor detours here and there. We're having
I'm exploring the
conversations,
books.
taking company. People
This
you
so there you go. Like to be fair, Carl in Up also had something like this, I guess. So
Whee!
I wish I was watching Up.
Also, you have an android, but you didn't get a lift.
My
That's
guess.
actually a good point. I mean, this thing is cool, but it could have used a lift.
Well,
yeah.
So he's clearly wealthy. I mean,
well,
he could get a lift installed.
Well, my guess is it's technically less dangerous than him trying to carry
Sure.
the guy
Not
through the
just
stairs.
that, not just
Well,
the lifts tend to be more prone to malfunctioning and risks. So I guess this was the last risky purpose.
I mean, any minor error in there you go, take Carl to the dining table, the one you prepared. Yeah. Not to mention any minor error on part of Marcus would cause a severe accident.
Yeah.
All right, there you go, Shiro. Now, while Carl is eating, you get to choose to do three things. You can play chess, you can read a book, or you can play piano. What do you want to do?
Play piano.
Play piano, why not?
Oh, great! That one is the one that gives the best unsubtle line. So good choice, Shiro. That's the one.
Okay.
That's the one I actually recommend. So,
Oh,
in terms of getting more hilarious dialogue out of the game,
well, it was either that or read a book, so.
actually, and you can also play chess.
I really hope that's not coffee because it's probably cold as fuck.
All right, Shiro. The piano is at the other end of the room.
You're still talking to me at the moment.
Yeah, just keep going
All right,
forward.
there we go.
You should be able to see the piano eventually.
Oh, that's also another
Alright.
cool. That's also another thing. The television is telling about this news about supposedly Russia and
keep going.
the USA
Keep going forward, Shiro.
debating
Yeah, there's a
over some-
massive delay between my input and this.
Sure. There you go. Now you can choose to play piano. Click down to play.
Once again, a David Cage game has some elements in the background that, again, ask you what's going on in this world.
Don't you see, Teo? It's world building. David Cage is giving
Again,
Zootopia a run for his money. All right,
Again,
Shiro.
I haven't
Melancholic,
found-
hopeful, intimate, or enigmatic?
I guess it cannot be happening considering how radically different the elements are compared to
Press
the
up.
other games. But I really wonder if there is some kind of Easter egg
All right,
or
Shiro,
reference
sorry.
to Beyond the Heavy Rain.
What even the heck is that?
You play piano using the touchpad, Shiro.
Have fun.
Get it
There you
because
are.
it's a touchpad. You know.
So I'm literally just pressing the touchpad.
Yes.
Derpy derp.
Basically, you can keep playing until when you're done. Just press circle to exit.
This is art.
All right. We're about to
can't
get.
even
Hold
hear
on. We're about to get one of my favorite lines in the game, and I'll even say it out loud for the sake of Shiro, who can hear the game. In fact, actually, no. You know what we'll do too. You actually never mind. You're behind me. Never mind.
Sorry,
I'll do
my
both.
bad.
I'll do both voices. All right, Shiro. You can stop at any moment. Just press circle.
Oh, I thought you were waiting for the line.
No, the line is now actually. Okay, let's see. Something has changed in the way you play. Sometimes I think you have more humanity than most humans.
This is
Laughable. If I had to be honest, Marco's storyline is infuriating and the worst in Total 3, but he's also one that actually gives me laugh for the wrong reason, mind you.
You
but it makes me laugh.
you literally solved the war between both sides by singing. Come on, you can't top that.
That's also what I think damages ultimately Kara's story. Kara's story has the worst quality of both. It doesn't have the same bite as Connor's, and it doesn't have the batshit insane implied humor that the Marco's story has.
All right, just take Carl to the. Actually, no, never mind. It just triggers a cutscene anyway. So. All right, if I remember correctly, right after this it's another Connor chapter, so I guess we might as well do that as well, since that's the best part of the game.
That's right. It's also the one where we meet Clancy Brown. So yeah.
Yeah.
Whoop.
All right, Shiroi, go to the sheet and remove it.
There you go. See these mechanical arms.
Gotta love how Carl is completely frozen in time right now. Well, this.
Yeah.
I wasn't aware that androids had the power to freeze time.
Well, we've already discussed this.
All right.
Maybe he's a stand user.
All right, Shiroi, you've already done the instructions you were supposed to do here, so all you have to do now is wait. You can press L1 to watch him work. Yeah. So, Shiroi, what do you think of his marvelous painting?
Well, we haven't really seen the whole thing.
Don't worry. You're going to be able to actually look at it and say your opinion on it.
That is the whole thing.
Don't worry, Shiroi. The game will.
It's following a specific art style. I forgot exactly what it is, but it's a specific one. Once again, like Pedro mentioned a couple of times, art, when it comes especially to painting, is very subjective, sadly. So something that for someone may be an exquisite piece of art, for someone else it's pure trash.
All right, let's see. The game is going to show you now. Yeah, there you go. That's the painting.
Boop.
What's your verdict, Marcus?
So,
All right, Shiroi, what do you think?
make
Like, don't like, no opinion.
Sure, it's blue.
Marco's like, he's totally blue.
Something you can't quite define?
Wouldn't that be under no opinion?
Each day that goes by brings me closer to the end. I'm just an old man clinging to his brushes. David Cage's dialogue makes you
having
think.
an existential crisis.
David,
Really got my noggin jogging.
Shiroi. David is being philosophical right now. You shouldn't try and stop him.
That is an existential crisis.
All right, Shiroi, now it's your turn to paint something.
What?
It's time to express yourself.
I don't want to paint.
Oh, Pedro, give her the suggestion for the facepalm. Come on, it needs to be seen.
Oh, is it like a lookalike painting or something?
The face palm, I forgot what it is.
I don't remember it either. I think it's introversion or something.
I've already 100%ed this chapter on my save file, so I'm not really going to do this chapter again because this chapter is boring as shit.
Shiroi picks what you prefer.
You can use the, first you have to do, Shiroi, move the right analog stick to move the camera around so you can find something to paint. You can choose to paint. Keep going to the right. You can choose to paint the statue. Press square for it. You can also choose to paint the desk. Or you can imitate Carl's painting by turning back to where the painting is. Up. So what do you want to do? You want to paint the statue, the desk, or Carl's painting? It doesn't
Which
matter.
one do you think it would be, Tio?
It doesn't matter either way.
Sorry, can you tell me again, Shiroi? What?
Which option did you want me to go for?
For this case, go whatever you want.
Eh,
It's for a later one.
It's for a later one, Shiroi, don't worry. Just go...
Sure, I'll see if I can copy his work. Why not?
Masterpiece.
Touchpad. This entire thing is done for the touchpad.
Yeah.
So there you go. Painting
I
with
thought
the
they were
PS...
going to actually ask me to have to do this, but no,
Welcome,
thank you.
welcome to Sony Paint.
Marcus Ross.
If I did have to...
And there you go, Joe. Sure. With only 3 brush strokes, you've managed to perfectly copy his painting.
Now let's put little tree over there.
Why do people pay so much money for
I-
art school? This is piss easy.
I seriously need to let you guys watch some of Bob Ross's video because those are hilarious.
All right, basically now he's telling Marcus to... All right, now just paint whatever you want to... Improvise. Paint whatever you want to paint.
I'm gonna paint a cat.
I actually like this particular bit because it actually plays on the idea of surpassing the standard program of the Android. Carl again is in pro Android, so he with this he wants to test to see if an Android can have enough conscience to actually develop a memory that it can paint on a picture.
Yeah.
It's also a bit subtle compared to the rest of the things that are happening in your face. So again, I appreciate this wherever I can find.
Yeah, this is.
I
fine.
wish the game had more moments like this.
All right, Shiroi. Basically, androids, humanity, or identity.
I think the facepalm is oh god.
Identity, maybe?
No, I have no clue. So take whatever you want, Shiroi.
Androids, humanity,
I'll go-
identity.
I think okay, this one could be funny.
Humanity. Okay, now anger, comfort, empathy, or hope.
Well, if David Cage is gonna play this game, then
Anger. Okay,
Yep.
let's go with anger then. Touch Patio. Otherwise, Marcus will just stay there completely frozen.
For context, Shiroi.
with the background.
For context, Shiroi, by choosing two specific of his options, Marcus paints a man giving the best facepalm I've ever seen in a painting,
To the right. There you
which
go.
is very fitting for the game.
Man, painting is easy.
Again, like, why are you paying for art school?
Let's
This
use
is
some
really
titanium white there. There you go.
There you go. Come on.
Frozen.
I'm
To the left. To the left, Shiroi.
I'm moving it. That's the thing. I'm actually moving it.
Marcus is frozen time again.
I don't know if it's my internet connection or whatever, but yeah.
And
There-
the result?
An angry, scary face.
That's the face of humanity.
He did ask to, well, he chose anger, so yeah.
Humanity's anger, actually, so yeah. Oh, look
Yeah,
at that,
considering-
Shiroi. This is Leo.
Oh boy.
This is Leo Shiroi. He's Carl's son, and guess what?
He's a junkie.
Not just that, he's also an asshole.
Well, yeah.
I bet Todd's his dealer.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Hey, listen, Dad, I need some cash. Again? What happened to the money I just gave you?
Oh, he doesn't know he's
Well, he's more like playing with him because.
Oh,
Carl is
and
not-
I'm saying it now. You're on it again, aren't you? Oh, no, I swear it's not that. Don't lie to me, Leo. What difference does it make? I just need some cash, that's all. Sorry. The answer is no. So fuck off. And I think I love what he says now. You'd rather take care of your plastic toy here than your own son, huh?
For context, audience, Pedro doesn't like the term that they use to
Well, it should be
describe
tin can. That's like
The robots are
accurate.
not made of fucking plastic. That doesn't make any goddamn sense. It's a fucking machine. We know that, Leo. And I love what he says now.
You know, if this were a movie, they probably would have had the androids powered by PS4s or something.
I love what he says now. You only care about your paintings. You've never loved me, Dad. You never loved anyone. Fuck you. Also,
He loves
Dwibs.
his paintings.
Also, Dwibs. If this was a movie, this would be laughed out of any theater. It would be The Room all over again. The only reason this even flies is because gaming's standards are lower.
I'm not sure about that, Pedro.
No, gaming standards aren't lower. It's just the general media doesn't care and thinks gaming is less important than anything else. So regulating it doesn't mean shit.
Hence why I'm saying standards are lower.
Alright then.
All right,
Well, standards are lower for the media, not for the players.
might as well.
themselves.
Since we still have time, so might as well keep going and do this Connor chapter, just for the sake of ending on something good.
Yeah.
This is the one with the pigeons.
No.
No.
This is the one where Connor and Clancy Brown's character, Hank, officially meet.
All right,
I thought
Shiroi.
we
So,
go straight. I thought we go straight there.
all right,
Alright,
Shiroi. Now you get a
Shiroi.
choice. You
Yeah.
can be nice to Hank or mean to Hank. So, what do you prefer?
Even from the start, Shiroi, these choices will shape the way Connor and Hank will interact. So
Oh,
if
I
you
don't want
wanna,
that kind of
if you wanna choose a
responsibility.
if you wanna choose a specific attitude, you need to start from now.
Shiroi, not for nothing, but if you don't manage to be nice and give Hank back, give Hank back hope in humanity, he will kill himself at the end of the game. So you do have that
Well,
responsibility.
I don't want that. So.
Be nice.
Shiro, you heartless.
All right, keep
Simple,
moving.
Shiroi.
All right,
No, I
R2,
said I
R2.
don't want him to. I said I
R2.
don't want him
Examine
to
him.
die.
I'll keep holding
It was
R2.
the way you worded it, though.
Keep
Not
holding
just that,
R2.
but yeah, but anyway, Shiroi, it's easy enough. Just be nice to him. It should be enough.
Hold R2 now, right now, Shiroi.
Never mind.
All right, now keep moving the camera to where Hank is. I'll tell you when it is. It's that guy right there you just passed through.
With the beam.
I know,
No.
but it kept directing me to other places, so I don't. I wanted to see what was going on.
Sure. There he goes. Right, that guy right there, right in front of you. Just examine him.
Yeah.
The others are meaningless, so don't worry. There you go. Now you can just talk to
Also,
him. Just let go.
basketball going on.
X to talk. Lieutenant Anderson, my name is Connor. I'm the android sent by Cyberlife. I looked for the station, but nobody knew where you were. They said you're probably having a drink nearby. I was lucky to find you at the 5th bar.
Get ready to face my wrath, Crush Bandicoot.
Alright, basically, Shiroi, he's here to get Hank to actually, do his job, basically, because he's his new partner. Well,
I could make one critique.
Go ahead.
When you're giving us options to use, make sure they're not obscured by objects or people.
Reason,
They should
threaten,
always
understanding, or persist. I understand that some people are not comfortable in the presence of androids, but I am. I am perfectly comfortable. Now back off before I crush you like an empty beer can.
I'm gonna glass.
Reason, threaten, or persist. I think you should stop drinking. Come with me. You'll make life easier for both of us. Alright, sure. Now you get a choice. This is very easy. Spill his drink, buy him another drink, or wait outside. This is pretty obvious.
I'd suggest wait outside.
No, the one that you should do if you want to be nice is buy him another
Just
drink,
buy him a
obviously.
drink.
Yeah.
Bartender, that's him again, please. And there you go. Hank's, you moved up in Hank's situation and he's neutral towards you right now instead of hostile.
Because I'm buying him booze. What's he drinking anyway? Is that whiskey?
Yeah, I think he is.
I think so, yeah.
Seems like that asshole in the background might
Not
start
one of
something.
my favorite, like when it comes to alcohol, too dry for me.
Alright, very good, Shiroi. Thanks to this, your investigation will now be a lot easier because even if you take too much time because you bought him booze, Hank is willing to give you a second chance on the investigation.
Sweet.
You shouldn't screw up though, because trust me, the investigation is so easy to do.
Yeah.
Oh.
Patient, firm, or diplomatic? Oh, yeah, sure. Very good. Fucking A, whatever I say. Alright, so now you're supposed to follow him, obviously.
I'm gonna sit in the car.
You can, Shiroi. The game forces... You either leave the car or the game will just not move on.
Hank?
Don't worry, just keep going. You'll eventually... Just keep going, yeah.
There he is.
Basically,
It's with me.
Shiroi, you'll be given a very general brief, a very small brief of what happened. Then you need to roam around the house and analyze everything that you can.
Well,
in
remember,
order to
Tara, she can't
understand
hear it, so might as well not even bother.
what happened and everything.
The only thing she needs to know, you need to know, Shira, is that
You're very still?
there's. I'm sorry, what? Tara?
I think he went mute again. All right, then time for me to take the reins.
Sure.
Alright,
Pedro, you alright?
can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Jesus
Yes, wait a
Christ.
minute. Were you
Is
the only
your-
one recording, Pedro?
Is the audio fine?
Well, the audio is fine too. It's just a brief moment, a brief second of silence for me to get off the call. But don't worry, it's fine. The audience.
Okay,
Alright.
cool.
We apologize, audience. The point is, don't worry, Shiroi. All you need to know is that there's a fat asshole who owned an android, and you know he beat up the android consistently, even though you know it's an expensive thing that could serve you. So I have no idea why the hell so many people in this game
You
buy androids.
might as well get a punching bag.
Alright, so basically, Shiroi, just keep investigating all the pieces of evidence. You have 10 pieces of evidence to examine. Pretend you're playing as attorney. Old
But
triangle
Ace Attorney's
triangle.
fun.
Well, too bad.
Any sign of a break-in? Nope. The landlord said the front door was
Alright, so keep investigating.
There was 2 more things around. Yep, there we go.
Those particular 2 things are actually not evidence. It's just him checking things out. But might as well. Why not? You have the game gives you way more time than you can possibly need. So feel free to check everything you want. Examine that particular thing that you're about to pick up. That's a reference for a later chapter, the Eden Club. We'll get back to this.
Is that chapter?
Yeah, it's a chapter with the sex androids and the lesbian androids.
Which wasn't as terrible as I thought it would be.
All right, yeah.
Surprising.
All right, you have.
Aside from the elephant in the room, but I'll get to that
Yeah.
when we get to that.
There's an L1 prompt that you just passed through. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, nope.
And those L1 prompts are actually evidence as well, so might as well check those.
I pressed it.
No,
Where the heck
there you
are
go.
you going?
Yeah.
There we go.
Dried blood. And there's another one even further back.
Okay.
There you go. It just passed through it.
Oh, yep. It was right in the camera switches. Pretty.
There you go.
Yep.
And there you go. More dried blood.
More dry blood.
Now go back to the kitchen, because the kitchen is where most of the evidence is anyway. There's a chair
Oh,
right
what
there.
about the rest of the stuff that's in...
Don't worry. You don't have to do it in order. Just while you're here, might as well. Well, there was the chair there, but yeah. Murder weapon taken from here. Oh, how nice. Don't worry, this is pointless. All right, just keep going.
Also,
Just keep going to the left, and you should be seeing a bat.
Also, this music is reminding me a
Examine.
lot of the first 2 Parasite Eve video games, surprisingly.
All right.
Very ambient.
Look for clues, thanks to the lines thingies.
I can't actually see them on the screen.
Sure. Go to the bottom part of the bat and the
but-
top part of the bat. There you go. Now go to the top part of the bat.
It's because of the overhead light that's
I know.
there.
I figured.
For
Reconstruct.
context,
Old
oh,
square.
sorry, good.
Old square to reconstruct. I don't know how reconstruction works. You were saying too?
For context, the composers of the first 2
Fuck,
Parasite Eve games...
Pedro, you're gonna
Sorry.
have to tell me.
Oh, that. Shall I do this one?
You just need to tell me when to stop this.
There you go. Triangle. There you go. Now go to the end of the timeline.
Yep. I can see that one.
Don't worry, I'll finish later.
And there you go. You're done.
Alright, you go ahead, Tier.
Deviant was attacked.
but-
Emotional shock.
Basically, for context, the composer of the first 2 Parasite Eve video games were Yoko Shimomura and Naoshi Mizuta. I don't know who did the Third Birthday, but again, the Third Birthday is such a bad game anyway.
Go back. There's
Doesn't
a chair.
surprise me. Doesn't
Wait, what?
surprise.
Go back. There's a chair for you to examine that you.
I
There you go.
mean, it doesn't surprise. Well, it should surprise me because it has the weirdest combinations ever. Don't know if you were that familiar with Parasite Eve, Pedro, but for context, the
Somewhat.
Third Birthday was directed by Tabata, but had Toriyama as
Keep
a
going.
writer.
Oh, really?
So,
All right.
It's-
There is
and
one
trust-
more. Sorry. Go ahead too.
and trust me, it's a mess. But I'll explain more.
Well, it
in
was
another
written
time.
by Toriyama, so
And
If the-
again, it's
Right there,
scarily similar to 13.2. Basically, it's Toriyama applying time travel logic to the Parasite Eve universe. It's a... Oh god. But again, it's for another
Red
time.
Ice.
For now, more investigation.
For the
Again,
record,
oh,
the red
yeah,
eye. For the record, the red
Yeah,
ice
the-
is the drug.
Yeah, basically, from the theory that most people go is that basically David and his team use this to avoid name dropping specific drugs like cocaine in order to avoid problems with the censorship.
There you
Which
go.
makes sense because in some countries like Australia, just name dropping drugs raises your rating for the game. So,
Yeah, Australia is very finicky when it comes to this.
oh,
sort of
tell
thing.
me about it. The Mortal Kombat 9 for the PS3 was banned for I think a year.
GTA 5 was banned too. I don't know if it still is, but it was.
There you go. Time
But
to
GTA 5 was
reconstruct.
banned where, sorry?
You know, Australia. Australia, basically, with Australia has very shitty censorship laws.
Okay,
Alright, go
remind me
to the
never to
middle.
move there then.
Well, that's the thing. Australians just import their games from somewhere else. That's
Keep
their only
moving
option.
forward.
Pedro,
Triangle.
it actually wouldn't. Remember, there is a massive delay sometimes.
Oh, sorry. Actually, no.
Again, I don't
Actually,
mind.
Shiroi, no. I know what you're thinking, that Shiroi, but trust me, it's actually not a delay because whenever that happens, that part always waits a bit before it allows you to move forward. Because it happens to me as well when I'm
Why?
playing locally. Believe it or not, that's not actually the share play delaying. That's actually how the game is. For some reason, that baffles me. That's the interesting part. He
It doesn't happen all the time, though. That's the thing.
I know. I don't get it either. Anyway, he was stabbed 28 times.
How long's the time limit left on the stream?
I don't know.
I think we're okay.
We're almost done.
So I think.
Yeah, you can examine the letters, but they're not evidence. So if you don't, unless you want to genuinely check them, sure.
They're for later, though, aren't they?
No, they're not for there. They're just an
Oh.
optional thing for you to read. It doesn't actually change anything, but sure, feel free. I am alive. In regular letters, font several. All right, there's one more piece of evidence you need to get in the bathroom.
That's the name of the,
Go back. Go back.
video game. I
Yes,
am alive.
the one of the
Go
ones
back
that
inside,
Ubisoft
Shiroi.
released in 2010, I think.
Yeah, go back. Go back in the way towards the kitchen.
Oh,
Don't talk to Hank just
Basically-
yet. Don't talk to Hank just.
Basically,
Oh, good.
Dreams I Am Alive is a Ubisoft game that's almost, if I recall, almost
Not for there,
completely in black
Shiroi.
and white, and it's about survivors in an apocalyptic world.
Pedro, this is a very dark room.
I know. Okay, just go back. Go back. All right, now keep going forward. Now go left. Keep going. All right. Now go left again. Yeah, so you can go through the other path. There you go. Hopefully, press R1 if it refuses to change the fucking camera. Yeah, it did. Okay, go back. And now try
Wow.
going left. Alright, go back a bit so you can try and go
I
past.
refuse to change the
Now go back.
thing.
Now go left again. Again, you're supposed to go through the other side.
But the future.
Camera, please!
Yeah, the camera doesn't work here.
You wanna take over?
Here, I'll do it.
Sorry, audience. We ask you to be patient for this.
There you go. Let me do it.
Do it.
There you go.
Do it. That's how you say it.
Aldwaves, I cannot
Yeah,
do a good
you're in my
one.
way, sir.
Literally.
It's like,
Go
you're
ahead.
in my way.
Press X.
Please excuse me, sir.
Right to the right here.
Yes, for that opening there.
The best thing is that cop who says there is Scott Bullock, the voice actor of the Super Pop in 13 and Hades in Kid Icarus Uprising.
Obsessive writing. And everything says RA9. Prepared to be
This
massive with
is
this.
what I thought. This is what I thought the other text was going to say.
Alright, RA9. Be prepared to be massively disappointed on what the hell RA9 even is or means. Anyway, we found a statuette. A religious
Like an
offering?
idol or
A
something.
religious offering, perhaps? And there you go, Shiroi. You've officially gathered all the evidence. Now go back. Now you need to go back and talk to Hank, who's in the living
Get
room.
the hell out of here.
Talk to the Hank.
To the left. There you go. Now go talk to Hank. He's near the TV.
He's right there.
No, he's not. That's the CSI guy. Just keep going to the right. Go to the right.
Come on, Hank. Come
Connor.
on, Connor. Yep.
There you go. There's Hank. Right to your left.
Hello.
Press X to talk. Alright, Shiroi, I need to reconstruct the crime. Did you pay attention to the stuff? I'll tell you if you
Oh,
want.
I was supposed to.
All right, I'll read it for you. It all started in the bathroom, in the kitchen, or in the living room.
In the bathroom, I guess.
No, in the kitchen.
No, Shiroi, pay attention to what
Don't worry,
you have
don't worry.
analyzed.
I'll tell you what the choices
There's a reason
are.
I picked that, but I'll explain after Pedro's done.
Sure. There is
Okay.
obvious signs of a struggle. The question is, what exactly happened here? I think the victim attacked the android with the knife, with the bat, or with the without a weapon. Obviously, with the bat. Circle. Yeah. Yeah, that lines up with the evidence. Go on.
Knocked him out with the bat, and then proceeded to stab him, most likely.
Very good, Shiroi. In the android threw the chair, the android stabbed the victim, or the victim stabbed the android. It's exactly what you just said. Very good, Shiroi.
Anyway, the reason I said the bathroom is, you know, why he started doing this in the first place.
The living room, the bathroom, or the triangle. Basically, you were supposed to say where they moved, and they moved into the living room, obviously, because that's where he's dead now. So there you go. This is, of course, much easier to pick the right choices when you're actually listening to the dialogue, obviously. And he tried to get away from the android, exactly.
Alright, that makes sense. The android murdered the victim.
The android murdered the victim with the knife, with the bat, or without a weapon? With the knife, obviously.
With a knife.
With the
It's like Clue.
We already established earlier that he was stabbed 28 times, so obviously it would be the knife.
theory's not totally foolproof, but it doesn't tell us where the android went.
True, it doesn't tell us where the android went.
Was
It was damaged by the bat and lost some therium. Lost some what?
Which is the blue blood.
Yeah, the blue blood. You call it blue blood. It's the fluid that powers the android's biocomponents. Biocomponents, huh? Okay. It evaporates after a few hours and becomes invisible to human eye. However, Connor can still see it because, you know, he's an android.
Again, another thing taken from the Batman Arkham games, following invisible
Alright, sure.
trails
Now you're
that
supposed to
leaves something in
find
the air.
blue blood. What you need to do is go back to the bathroom where we found
Oh.
the statuette. Not
So-
for the other way.
Oh. That's
Also,
the
the
kitchen.
Alright.
composer
And
is
now
really
left.
having a
This
good
way.
time on the piano.
Very
There
good.
we go.
All right, now you should be able to see something. Something in.
go in
Go
the
all R2.
bath-
Actually, I forgot. All R2. Sorry, I forgot. All R2. Now back. Move the. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Go,
what?
yeah, just get out of the bathroom for real quick for me, please. Now hold R2, and don't let it go. And now circle around and look for blue blood.
Okay, I
go.
understand why you're saying Pedro, you know, you just got in Shiroi along. But to anyone else,
There
who
we
isn't
go.
aware, this could come off as like, you know, Pedro got an unofficial job narrating the game.
Ooh, let's see. Oh shit! There we go, Shiroi. A broom jump scare. Are you spooked yet?
Broom!
Go to the left. Go to the left. A bit
Yep,
to the
there
left.
is one there.
To the wall on the left. You should be seeing an examine.
Yep.
There you go. Right there.
I know it's there. But
It's right there.
It's not...
Press down. There you go.
Also, Dweebs, it's not as effective as a cat jump scare.
A ladder was used. Press up to
But
look.
was it a step ladder?
All right.
No, we're not.
What's the difference?
All right. We'll just finish this. Well, remember, Dwebs. Like Shira just said, this particular place is dark with not that much light. So obviously, Shira needs my help.
But Shirio's so close-minded, though.
Wait.
Ladders and step ladders.
How dare you call me closed-minded?
Well, you are.
All right,
I'm
Shira. Now
not
what you
an
need.
android. I
Alright.
can't be
Hold
closed-minded.
on.
What you need to do. What you need to do, Shira, is go to the kitchen and get a chair. It's right there, even. It's
Should be the
even
kitchen cupboard.
Should be in the kitchen.
Take
Can't
the chair. Basically, you're going to
entire
use
chair.
it. Basically, you're going to use the chair to climb up in that ceiling we were just examining right now.
Camera?
Keep moving forward.
I think
not
it's
the other way.
No, there he
and,
is.
and now turn around. There you go.
What's sad is that I think in terms
Place.
of acting, in terms of acting in David Cage games, the best one's probably freaking Beyond Two Souls.
No.
That's saying a lot.
The best acting in a David Cage game ever is Clancy Brown as Hank.
Yeah.
I meant overall in general.
Is Clancy Brown.
Well, I still think overall this has the best acting.
No, but there's still a few wonky performances here and there,
Yes,
especially
but there
from.
are Dweebs, there's a difference. There are a few. In the rest of the other games,
Don't worry, Shiroi. All you need to do is hold the analog stick forward to move on. That's literally it. This is once again.
I understand Dweebs the star power of Beyond Two Souls, but aside from that, the rest of the voice acting is really bad.
It kind of is, yeah.
Man, even in this game,
Whoa.
the acting's still a bit hampered by the script.
Are you spooked yet, Shiroi?
No.
This is literally just a cutscene. All you have to do is move forward for him to move forward. How many times will Shiroi pause the cutscene?
Also, you'd think that for an android that is specialized in investigation, they would have had him using a thermal scanner or something like that.
To quote Dardigan, so the android who murdered the victim is still here. You'd think the police would, the first thing they did when they arrived here would be to make sure that the culprit is no longer in the scene of the crime. But whatever.
Let's just chill out here for a moment.
Sorry guys, Shiroi paused the cutscene, so I guess we have to wait now.
I'm breaking whatever immersion is meant to be.
Shiroi, that's Shiroi, that's half the fun in these games.
But Shiroi, leave that to David Cage.
Deviant located.
Deviant.
I was just defending myself.
Sure
you should see Shiroi. He was only defending himself.
He's appealing to our nature as a fellow android.
Call a Hank on him.
Actually, Dwebs, you for some reason you don't get a choice. You this just plays off like a cutscene, and he literally tells. Well, I guess it makes sense considering Connor is still at this point just a machine, compliant to the humans. So obviously, it would make sense that he would warn Hank about the android being here. It makes sense for there not to be a choice. I will agree. I guess. All right.
At
so
the moment, anyway.
For that moment, yeah. All right. So that was Partners. All right, everybody. So that was all right. So that should be good enough for our first session. All right, everybody. Tune in the next time to see what other wacky robot hijinks Shiroi gets into.
See ya.
See ya then.
See ya.